Hey everyone, it's me Gavin, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the currently ongoing New Year's event for Goddess of Victory NIKKE, New Year, New Sword, which to nobody's surprise focuses on one of the best NIKKEs currently available in the game, Scarlet. I believe that it's a look into her past and something to do with her sister, according to like the quest descriptions and everything. I have no idea anything about this character, but I'm very much eager to check out and learn a little bit more about Scarlet's past. As she is one of my favorite characters, I'm very much looking forward to seeing her in her new iteration in action. It's called Scarlet Black Shadow, and it is actually the banner that is currently available for New Year's, and we are also going to be getting a rerun for Modernia as well, so it is a great time for any new players to be jumping on board for Goddess of Victory NIKKE. If you guys have been interested in the game, now is the time to check it out. If you guys are returning to the game, highly consider checking out Scarlet Black Shadow, because I feel like she's going to be an incredibly powerful unit that will be very useful in a lot of different scenarios. So I would like to preface this by telling you guys that there will be spoilers contained within this video, as I'm going to be going through the entire array of missions, and I will be trying to complete the story. I will be doing this over the course of a couple of days, so if you see me wearing a different outfit, that's why. But anyways, if you guys do enjoy the video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and also please consider subscribing to the channel for more Goddess of Victory NIKKE content. Now, without further ado, let's dive into it. Alright, let's dive into things. New year, new sword. Noise? That I was not expecting. Really? We're starting this off with noise? Okay. But we get a sneak peek at our brand new outfit, again, currently available right now with the New Year's event, so if you guys are interested in that, that is a gotcha outfit, I do believe, so, expect to probably spend a little bit of money if you do want to get it, but I think it looks pretty damn good, not gonna lie. Y'all having a good time? I mean, we're just starting, right? To bring in the new year, a small concert is being held in the outposts. Yeah! You're the coolest, Noise. Whoa. All the NIKKEs from the various squads have gathered under one roof. The counters. Aegis? Made for you. Dude! Oh my god, man. The tease, though. Happy Zoo. 777. ACPU. The Carronades. Even Unlimited. How was the past year for everyone? You've all been battered by crushing waves and nearly been swept away by blustering snowstorms. Despite that, you all made it through. You've all been through a lot this year. So have I. I encountered all sorts of obstacles, but I overcame them, just like all of you. I feel like this is kind of breaking the fourth wall. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I feel like they're definitely speaking to the player, not so much the commander. So, I'd like to thank the person who stuck with me the entire year, or entire time, through all the hardships and the rough patches. Producer! Me? Noise descends from the stage and approaches me. I want to thank you for helping me get through all the difficulties this past year. Noise hands me a flower. Thank you. This is for you. I hope you'll continue being a part of my life this next year. Ah! You shouldn't have! Oh, there's so much jealousy going around this room right now. After giving me a brief kiss on the cheek, Noise heads back up on stage. Noise, what are you? Let's keep the good vibes going, everyone. On to the next song. You should go wash your face, Commander. Yeah, exactly. Pronto. I'll hold on to this flower for you. Actually, I can help you scrub your face if you want. How about I go with you? Jeez, come on, Denise. Can't you see everybody else around here? Like, just... Do you need me to help as well, Master? Well, I mean, you know, if everybody's volunteering now, group activity? I don't know. As the counters start to bicker amongst each other, I feel like we're starting to draw attention from the rest of the crowd, you think? Again, the amount of jealousy here. I think it goes without saying. It's okay. I'll go alone. I beat a swift retreat before we draw any more unwanted attention. Whew. In order to take a breather from the intensity of the concert, I decide to take a walk in the empty park before going back in. As I'm walking, I hear someone call out to me. Leaving so soon? The concert is still going strong. Scarlet? 'Tis a beautiful night. Have you been well, my lord? Dude, best character. Hands down. Oh, we gotta sample this music. It's very calm. I wonder who's singing. I need to find the vocalist for this. It sounds very damn good. But we won't linger any longer. Let's move on with the missions. Let's get into the story. This artwork is astounding. Literally the flip side, right? The light and the dark, the present, the past. Ah, damn, dude. Oh, man. The silhouette, though. Okay, let's form our team. Again, we will just start off with our casual standard characters here. Try to maximize our bonus, and then we'll move right along. As soon as we are able to get Scarlet Black Shadow, I will more than likely adjust the lineup of my team, so bear with me for that one. It's going to take a couple days as of right now, so, it will be done. By my word, we will have her. Okay, let's finish out the team. Let's round it out here. Obviously, I can have Scarlet in the mix, and let's throw Modernia in there as well, just because of the rerun. And again, the music is dude. Oh man, what are you doing here? Tonight is the last night of the year, is it not? To drink alone would be such a waste, so I sneaked myself in hopes of enjoying a drink with thee. I heard the blithe tune echoing through the streets, and it captured me. So I stopped looking for thou, but for a moment. For a while, I was drinking here while taking in the music. In other words, you were drinking alone. I suppose that I could frame it in such a way, yes. But no matter. I live my life according to the vagaries of my heart, and wherever it may take me. Let's go with, I don't really want to call her a layabout, do I? Let's go with, a life unencumbered. I knew thou would understand. Forsooth, 'tis a life where freedom reigns. Who the hell's messaging me? I'm trying to talk to Scarlet. Commander, I suggest you run. The other NIKKEs found out about noise kissing you. Oh, and they're all riled up about it. You don't say. They don't want to be bested by her, and they're out to find you and your cheek. Anise is particularly... Commander! Where are you? Are you at the outpost? Phone got hijacked. Quick, Commander. You've got to run before they catch you. If anyone lays a finger on you, I will kill them myself! What news? It would appear my lord doth capture the heart of many a fair maiden. You seem to be in quite a bind. Yeah, I'm in a pickle. Looks to me that thou require a place of refuge. How about it? Would thou be partial to viewing the sunrise with me? Not a chance am I gonna miss out on that. Why the sunrise? Many people bring in the new year by watching the sunrise. Where are we going? Where else would you go? To see a real sunrise? The surface. Well, nobody's gonna follow us out there. Except for maybe some raptures, right? Carefully staying out of sight of the other NIKKEs roaming the outpost, Scarlet and I make our way to the lift. Thine cheeks remain unsullied further, at least for now. Thank you for your help. Pray tell, what is that in your hand? I raised the flower that noise gave to me. all this? Someone gave it to me as a present. Is that a rose? Barely. It does not seem to be genuine, but rather artificial. I believe so, yeah. It has been many a moon since I laid my eyes on such an object. No matter how extensive my wanderings on the surface, I have never found a rose. I was on the verge of giving up. Yet here it has appeared in my life. Do you like roses? Not particularly, but my sister had an affinity for them. You had a sister? That's the first thing I said! Yes, I did. Have I never told you this? It was a very long time ago. Sorry. There's nothing to be sorry for. As I said, it was a long time ago. Time heals all wounds and washes away all sadness. So I take it she probably didn't have a great parting with her sister? We have arrived. I shall take you to a place where the view of the sunrise is unparalleled. And hopefully tell me more of the story of your sister. From here, all we must do is proceed straight for just 2 hours? 2 hours?! Do not be discomposed, my lord. The more difficult the journey, the greater the rewards. Scarlet closes her eyes and feels the bitterly cold breeze brush up against her face. The winds are bitingly cold this time of year. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be January, right? So, yes, it was around this time. Just before the new year. What are you referring to? Don't be so dense. Nothing? It's totally not nothing. You're talking about your sister. I am barely recalling some things that happened long ago. Merely? Have you ever heard of the Melee Squad? Melee Squad? Judging from the look of your face, I would say it is the first time you have heard of it. I suppose that is possible. From what I've seen in the Ark, they don't seem to produce NIKKEs for the Melee Squad anymore. I suppose in a way, that's a small success. Were you a part of the squad by any chance? That I was. What was your first clue? Could it possibly be the katana? Maybe? I suppose my sword is a fairly obvious clue, is it not? I thought you said you had a mind switch, and you didn't remember anything. To be precise, I lost a majority of my memories. Not all of them. Even though I had to endure multiple mind switches, there are still certain memories which can never be forgotten. What kind of memories do you still remember? Would you care for me to regale you with a tale? I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I am definitely dying to know. I do appreciate your candor. This will do just fine. Our walk will be long. That would not be so bad an idea to reminisce. Where shall I begin this tale? Alright, I shall start from there. A long time ago, in the days when the first raptures had invaded, there lived two sisters who had become NIKKEs. Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay! Okay! So we understand the reference to Rose. It has been a hot minute since we sparred, hasn't it? Good lord, dude. I mean, it makes sense. Rose, Scarlet, it makes sense. I believe this makes 985, doesn't it? What a pair, man! What a friggin' pair! Holy shit! Good lord, imagine the two of these on your team. Unstoppable! Do not treat this so flippantly. It deserves to be taken seriously. Yeah, I got it. I'll be serious. Deadly serious. Scarlet and Rose point their swords at each other. Have at you. Bring it. So she's a lot more, I don't want to say less refined, but she doesn't really quite have the same way with words as Scarlet, it seems. Both of them are unique variants of mass-produced NIKKEs, created to be used in close combat, of which only 10 were manufactured. Alright, some backstory, I like it. The tip of Rose's sword gently presses against Scarlet's throat. Very well, I concede defeat. So she was a little bit stronger than Scarlet. Whew. Things could have really gone south for me. For a moment, my sword was starting to feel heavy back there. Better stay on my toes, or else I may really lose next time. Don't lie. You won without lifting a finger. Hardly. It wasn't easy at all. Now, let's see. That makes 976 wins and 9 draws. Don't try and fudge the numbers. It's 975 wins and 10 draws. You got me. Think about it though. I'm your older sister. Doesn't it stand to reason that I'd be better with a sword? You're better than me with just about everything else. Cleaning, cooking, and generally being organized. You and I are NIKKEs. Not only that, but models specifically designed to utilize swords. Would not mastery of such a weapon be of a paramount importance? Do you think so? I truly believe there will come a day when you'll best me. No flower blooms in perpetuity, and nothing lasts forever. There will come a day when you beat me. Shit, dude. It's just not now. That's all. Oh, whip that insouciant out, or insouciance? I don't know how to pronounce stuff. I will whip that insouciance out of you if it's the last thing I do. Looking forward to what you've got in store for me. A broadcast? This is a special announcement to all special type mass-produced belongings to Unit A within the sector. All close combat NIKKEs assemble in the training ground. We repeat. Why would they want us to gather there? This is hard to say. Let's head over. Oh, damn. I kind of like the design of those mass-produced NIKKEs, not gonna lie. That's a regular R unit that I can get behind. Is that everyone? Yes. Or would they be SRs? Okay then. Do I really have to do this? Why me, of all people? It's not like doing this is gonna make them become another goddess squad. They gave that mercenary Grimm's model, so how come I... Pray tell, are we going to stand there in perpetuity? Huh? Oh, you said everyone's here, right? Yes. Due to your stellar test results, you all are being deployed as melee squad. All 10 of you who have been specially designed for close quarters combat will undertake infiltration and reclamation missions. And this will all be done under my command. A human will be accompanying us? So we're being assigned to, what was it called again? A commander? Like, the Goddess Squad? Yes. We'll be following the same model as the Goddess Squad. Going forward, all squads will be assigned commanders, regardless of stature. To make such sweeping policy changes, It would seem the accomplishments of the Goddess Squad are greater than I initially thought. Any more questions? By the way, Rose. Yes? Since you had the highest score in the final test, you will be the squad leader. Ah, so whoever got the highest score gets to be the leader? I didn't expect that. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. That covers just about everything. So return to your positions. We'll be proceeding to the coordinates designated by our mission tomorrow morning. Make sure you're properly equipped. The United Forces of Humanity officer leaves hurriedly. Finally, a real mission. An opportunity to take down a real rapture with my own hands. The day of the mission. An oppressive silence fills the transport vehicle as it heads towards the target area. Scarlet? What? How come you're so quiet? Are you nervous since it's our first mission? No. I'm merely excited about having the chance to cut down a rapture. I see. If you say so. Scarlet, you've heard of Lieutenant Lilyweiss, haven't you? I haven't been living under a rock, so yes, I do know of her. She is the first and also the strongest warrior there ever was, the one who heralded the existence of NIKKEs to all of humanity. Yes, she's pretty cool. So pretty, and also so strong. A few days ago, some of the girls in Team B told me that she was able to tear apart raptures with her bare hands. What? Without any other type of weapon? Nope, none at all. Wherever she goes is just a flurry of disembodied rapture parts flying through the air. I suppose it was her exemplary display that made the United Forces of Humanity choose not to discard the close combat program. Perhaps that's why they decided to create mass-produced NIKKEs like us who are specially made for melee combat. That's what I was thinking too. But I'm sure even she was nervous on her first mission. How would you know that? Just a hunch. She would have been facing something she'd never been up against before. And there were many things precious to her that she had to protect. If thine own strength is so formidable, then surely there is no need for apprehension. You think so? She was a human just like us before becoming a NIKKE. So I'm willing to bet she was just as nervous as we are now. It's normal to be a bit jittery when you're doing something for the first time. Are you nervous too? Of course. It's not like I've ever gone toe-to-toe with a rapture before. This is all new to me, so yeah, I'm nervous. A little scared even. But I know that those emotions are all temporary. Because nothing in this world lasts forever. All this tension and anxiety will fade into nothing with time, as we get used to this sort of thing. The military vehicle screeches to a halt. Or to a stop. Same thing. Looks like we've arrived. We've arrived at the target point. Everyone move to your positions. Roger. Now then. Guess it's time for us to head out. We've successfully infiltrated the building and confirmed the target. I've got a visual on 20 ground-type raptures. If we descend from the building, we'll make contact with the group of raptors. Then get in there and defeat them! Roger. The resounding thud of footsteps echoes out, along with great vibrations of the earth. Before them stand the cold, piercing gaze of an emotionless killing machine. It is far more massive and threatening than anything any of them have seen in these simulations. Everyone holds their breath in terror. No one dares take the plunge into the Rapture lair. You're telling me they want us to jump down there and start hacking away? With just swords instead of proper firearms? The panic-stricken voice of one of the NIKKEs rings out, filling everyone else with ever-increasing dread. The atmosphere is uneasy, restless, tense. Scarlet feels like her feet are being weighed down with concrete blocks. Really? Personally, I think a sword is preferable to a gun in this situation. With a gun, you fire a bullet, and that's all there is to it. But for us, even if our swing isn't true, we'll still do some damage. Rose stands up. Rose? Also, a sword is way cooler than a gun anyway, wouldn't you say? Rose leaps down into the midst of the Rapture horde. Rose! As she plummets toward the ground, she begins swinging her sword at the Raptures. Badass! Complete badass! In the blink of an eye, several Raptures collapse to the ground. They're not much of a challenge. Scarlet! Don't tell me these things have got you nervous. If you can't cut up this cannon fodder, how do you ever expect to defeat me? Ah! Who are you calling nervous? Scarlet stands up and leaps towards the Raptors, to which Rose is currently laying waste. Ah! The blade cleaves through the Raptors like a hot knife through butter. Their movements are repetitive, just like those she saw in the simulations. Their gaze, the positions of their cores. Scarlet is able to act almost instinctively as she works her way through the horde. Without thinking, she knows exactly where to strike the enemy, how to neutralize them entirely. Yeah! She can do it. She can cut them. No longer do the Raptors seem so frightening. Scarlet's blade bisects the Rapture's core. Whew. 'Twas but a bagatelle. Right? These Raptors cleave just as well as anything else we have encountered. Don't be afraid, everyone, and come, before I claim all your shares. Whether or not the sonorous war cry reached her comrades, Scarlet does not recall. However, what she does remember is how everyone shook themselves free from the fetters of fear which held them, and together ventured forth, and swung their swords through endless Raptors. And so it came to pass that her first mission, for which there had been decidedly low expectations, became a resounding success, with an unprecedented absence of casualties on their end. That's a victory in my books! Damn, dude! In the days and weeks that followed, the melee squad was deployed on countless missions. The Raptor core shatters to pieces. All nearby Raptors eliminated. Alright, I'll make the report. Reporting in, we have eliminated all the Raptors previously occupying the station, and have recaptured the 29th base of the United Forces of Humanity. Their bodies had been designed to be more nimble than that of other mass-produced NIKKEs, allowing them to infiltrate and recapture key facilities which had fallen under Raptor control. Ew, check that out. Disgusting. Is that really a machine? Hark, perchance thou could spend less time pontificating and more time slicing? Patience, my dear sister. I assure you that whatever needs killing will meet its rightful end. Rose swings her sword, bisecting the Raptor. In order to truly excel at the art of cutting, one must have a calm mind. Similar to other NIKKEs, they witness a succession of successful missions, defeating numerous Raptor hordes. So they were on a roll. They were literally steamrolling everything, cleaving right through them. Along with numerous accomplishments, however, there were also sacrifices. Scarlet gazes at her fallen comrade, lying on the ground. I don't think she'll make it. She sustained cranial damage. She is beyond saving. I see. I will request a coffin for her to be transported back to the base. Very well. Their many accomplishments also brought forth an equal amount of positive changes. So our squad is officially being instituted? Correct. It's surprising, honestly. What benefits shall we receive from formally becoming a squad? We'll be able to manage our squad more sustainably, and we'll also be able to request more official support from other squads. None of these things seem particularly noteworthy to me. What do you mean? We're making a name for ourselves. Practically speaking, the quality and quantity of our equipment will no doubt increase. That is more to my liking. Speaking of which, when are our additional supplies meant to come in? Damn it. What are the higher-ups thinking? Commander? Huh? Did you say something? Yes? I told you, don't call me Commander. Refer to me by my actual rank. Yes, Lieutenant. I was asking when our additional supplies were due to arrive. They've been delayed for a week now. What do you expect? Everything's going to hell in a handbasket, so you can hardly be surprised at the fact our supplies are slow to show up. Ah, I see. So you all need to bust your asses, you hear me? That way, we'll make a name for ourselves and receive supplies without any issues. Very well, I will do that. As the mission became increasingly more difficult, so did the bonds between the NIKKEs in the squad become closer. Let's see. It's getting late. The sun is starting to set. I'm not so sure if heading back to the base is a good idea. What say ye about yonder building? Scarlet points to a partially collapsed building. I think 'twould make a most sufficient dwelling for the evening. Sounds good to me. We can camp out here for the night. Alright, I guess we're holding up somewheres. Seems like they have it pretty rough though, man. Not gonna lie. Scarlet sits near the window, keeping watch. Occasionally, she glances back at the others, who are laughing and chatting amongst themselves. It's peaceful out there. It's nice, isn't it? Sense of peace. It's too peaceful. I worry that the others have forgotten that we are on a mission. Relax. Everyone's been running themselves ragged as of late. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a moment of peace and quiet. Nevertheless, we must remain vigilant. I know that. I know how much you care about us. You're scared that if we let down our guard, we'll get hurt. Don't worry. So long as you're on guard, we'll be just fine. Besides, even though everyone may look like they're carousing about casually, they all still have their swords on them. So cut them a little slack. This is a rare opportunity for us to properly relax. Very well. With that being said, I got a little something for being such a hard little worker while everyone else is having fun. Ta-da! Rose produces 2 small cups from her pouch. Where did you get those? Came with the last shipment of supplies. Scarlet lifts up a bottle of alcohol. I thought we could have a little drink together. Alcohol? Hath thine mind gone to ruin? Drinking during a mission? Why not? Just one little drink. You really think one drink is gonna get us drunk? No, but... Don't be such a sourpuss. Come on! Rose fills the glass and hands it to Scarlet. After some hesitation, Scarlet grabs the glass. Bottoms up! That smells nice. Is that Rose? Ugh! What's wrong? Doesn't agree with you? Bitter. Huh? I said it's bitter. How could you enjoy such a vile concoction? I thought it was fine. I refuse to drink any more of this wicked brew. Suit yourself. More from me. Say, did we ever drink together when we were human? Not sure. All I recall is that we were sisters. It's interesting, isn't it? How do you figure that's the only thing that we both remember? From what I've observed, unless you're a Grimm's model, you either have no memories at all, or you remember everything. I suppose it was a particularly indelible memory for both of us. I was gonna say inedible. Perhaps I convinced myself to never forget my sister, even in death. Really? We got along so well that we never forgot each other? Or we got on each other's nerves so much that we couldn't forget? Either way is fine, I suppose. Rose finishes the rest of her glass, and then lies down on the ground. Follow the wind, follow the clouds, follow your heart. That is the life I wish to lead. Where's that from? Nowhere. Consider it my plans for the future. Not the most poetic of plans. When I asked everyone what they would do when the war ended, one person said she would lie in a bed for a week. Another said she would boil an entire pot of soup and gulp it all down. Someone else said she would take the time to read all of the comics that she wanted. Oh, right. There was another one that stuck out to me. Someone wanted our squad to become really famous and go on a mission together with the Goddess Squad. What foolhardy dreams! In this day and age, a lot of people share the same aspiration. Since everything else seems so far away and unattainable now, dreaming of joining the Goddess Squad is the next best thing. What about you, Scarlet? What about me? What do you want to do? Well, I wish to spar with you without any armor. Huh? Spar with me without any armor? That's your great dream for the future? If you ask me, I think that's the silliest dream of them all. I suppose I realize how silly it sounds now. You see, that's what happens when all other dreams seem out of reach. A gentle breeze blows through the night air. Behind them, the laughter of their squad mates can be heard. This is nice. Next time, let's invite them to drink together with us. What is this sudden obsession with spirits? It's nice sharing a drink with others. I just want to share this feeling with everyone else. Oh, I've got it. How about we enjoy a drink while watching the sunrise on New Year's Eve? Consider it a team-building exercise. It could also act as a nice reward to everyone for how hard they've been working this past year. Do as you please. I spotted some good alcohol in the supply box. It'll taste even better after it aged for a few more months. If anything, it would probably turn bitter. That night, all the NIKKEs reminisced about their past, created new memories that would last, and laughed together. All the while, they dreamt of a bright and better future that would never come. After walking for about 2 hours, we arrived at a clearing on the hill. Here we are. This is the place which shall grant us unsurpassed views of the sunrise. So this is the present time right now, not in the past, for which she was recalling the tale and letting us in on everything that she remembers about her sister. Right here? Yes. There is no better place to take in the sunrise with a drink in hand. Scarlet sits down on a large flat rock nearby. Such nice and cool weather we're having. Come sit here, my lord. You must be tired from all the walking. Suppose I am. I walk over to Scarlet and sit next to her on the rock. I have already dispatched any potential foes that would disrupt us. All we have to do now is to wait for the sun to come up and look forward to the new year. Scarlet takes something out of her bag. Ta-da! Wow. Scarlet places a bottle of wine and 2 glasses on the rock. She's drawing so much, like, inspiration from her sister. It's kind of crazy because it reminds me so much of, like, other tales in which one of the 2 people fulfills that person's, like, destiny, right? Embraces their dreams and literally lives on for them. It's crazy. When did you decide to bring these? This was part of a plan from the start. If I did not chance upon thee, I intended to come here by myself. Then why 2 glasses? Well, whether I drink with 1 or 2 glasses, it makes little difference. Scarlet pours some wine into the glasses. So you all continued to have a hot streak? Pardon? You're not done with your story, are you? Oh, that. What makes you think our fortune turned sour? If things had continued to go well, the melee squad would still be around. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. No. I should finish the story since I brought it up. Continued success. Is such a thing even possible? You were right. With the way this would work. Okay, let's try that again. With the way this world works, such a thing was impossible. Because life is not that simple. Such a sick design. Get a hold of yourself. Doth thou even realize what you are slashing at? I hate everything. Die! I hate everything! Die! Everything! Scarlet. Rose shakes her head. Are they becoming corrupted? Or is it just like trauma? I'm gonna guess corruption. I'm so sorry. On numerous occasions, Rose and Scarlet had to cut down their own comrades who had suffered a mind switch. Okay. So they've probably been feeling a little mutilated or violated or something along those lines. Bomb installation complete. Bombs have been installed at all key points. We've got 3 minutes until this building comes tumbling down. Everyone, get out. Scarlet turns around, and as she takes a step, as if one of her screws has come undone, one of her legs refuses to move. Scarlet? What are you doing? We need to get a move on. You go first. What are you talking about? One of my legs isn't cooperating. You go ahead. A body malfunction at a time like this? One of the Raptors aims its gun barrel at the group. I thought we had gotten them all. Everyone, take cover! Rose grabs Scarlet and rushes forward. Building collapses. Is everyone okay? Rose frantically looks around her. This mission consisted of 8 personnel. As for how many remained? 7. The combined setback of hardware malfunctions and the unexpected Raptor attacks resulted in the death of their squad mates. Scarlet opens the door to the medical room and comes out. How is she doing? Rose shakes her head. Again? Her body was completely torn apart. The impact was so great that her brainwaves aren't registering as strongly as they should. Even if she does make it, the chance of her experiencing a mind switch is high. In all likelihood, however, her brain activity will cease entirely before that even happens. We'll miss the window to restore her body. I see. How's your leg? Fine. It was just a minor tremor, so I was able to repair it myself. You know things are getting dire when you have to resort to self-surgery. Every time we go on a mission, someone dies or gets hurt. Our bodies weren't made to be as durable as other NIKKEs, so even a single hit can put us down for the count. Plus, since we fight with the enemy up close and personal, we're more susceptible to suffering a mind switch. We're still a variant of the mass-produced model, a prototype slightly altered for melee combat. We're therefore likely to experience more defects and thus require more frequent maintenance. Meanwhile, we don't have enough supplies stockpiled to even get us through tomorrow. So now there's 6 of us. Yeah. But that's assuming we get the supply shipment. Everyone has gotten far too battered up during the last mission, and we've been starving for too long. We're fast approaching our limit. Is there still no word on the shipment? None. The lieutenant simply keeps beating the drum about having to complete the mission. Precisely. This can't go on. I cannot sit by and watch everyone drop like flies. I'll talk to the lieutenant again. Once he realizes the gravity of the situation, I'm sure he'll be more sympathetic to our plight. I'll go with you. Are you sure? 2 is better than 1, is it not? If we cause enough of a fuss, even that indolent human will be forced to do something about it. I knew I could count on you. Okay, let's go. Let's try and talk some sense into this guy. I got a feeling that's going to be fruitless.
See? I made it. No
Something else I should probably point out as well, just because, you know, sake of things. Desiccated Rose. If that ain't something, man. The naming, though, right? I think it's a little on the nose. Lieutenant, is there still no word on the supply shipment? Huh? What was that? Supplies? Not yet. No. No? Does thou not think you are being excessively flippant about all this? Does thou realize the state of our squad is in? Our numbers have dwindled. From 10 down to 6. Oh, 6. I ask you, how do you think those who remain are feeling? 2 of them have sustained serious damage to their arms, and another 2 have broken swords. We are quickly approaching our limit. I know that. Scarlet slams her fist on the desk. If that is true, then why are you sitting here doing nothing? Are thou not the commander of our squad? Get up and do something! Even if you are not on the field, surely thou could make thyself useful behind the scenes? For someone in your position, that is the least you could do. Calm down, Scarlet. He's still our superior officer. Scarlet steps back. Yeesh, you scared me. I understand where you're coming from. However, getting into a huff won't change anything about our situation. As for the supplies, it's because everything is in shambles out there. We'll just have to hold out a little longer. You say that. Yet the other squad that we met previously seem to be receiving perfectly adequate supply shipments. It's highly unusual for a squad of our stature to be deprived of supplies. Wouldn't you say? What? It's probably because the other squads have accomplished more than us. That must be it. We haven't gotten the higher-ups what they wanted. And that's why we're not getting any support. Results? Please. What drivel! At any rate, we've been assigned a new mission. Another assignment? Once we complete this, our designation as an official squad will finally come through. Then we'll be able to have an official squad name. We'll receive just as much support as all the other squads. Probably. Do you expect us to believe that? We don't have much of a choice. This is war. You'll do it, won't you? You have to. If you want the support you feel you deserve, you have to do it. So let's get the show on the road and show them what we're made of, okay? Fine. I'll notify the others. Good. Let's go, Scarlet. Very well. Rose and Scarlet approach the door. Rose. Yes? May I talk to you for a moment? Alone? Yes. Just you. Okay. I'll see you later. Scarlet heads aside on her own. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Did thou just say what I think you said? A rebellion? Are you truly positing the notion that we rebel? Yes, you heard me right. Support isn't coming. There's no way around that. If things don't change, we're all done for. We need to do whatever is necessary to get those supplies sent here. Even if it means intimidating our lazy oaf of a lieutenant. Doth thee hear what you are even saying? I'm right here. You don't have to shout. So I'm guessing the previous scene, he either took his own life, or Rose shot a warning shot at him? Possibly? Or is this conversation taking place before she was asked to stay and talk alone with the lieutenant? What did the lieutenant tell you? What could he have told you that... Nothing. He was merely rattling off a list of complaints, like always. Then why in the name of all that is holy have you come to such an extreme conclusion? There must be a reason. Why do you think the lieutenant has no intention of hearing us out? And HQ seems completely unaware of how dire our situation is. I'm merely suggesting that we don't make things so easy for them. If we make some noise, they might at least give us something. So you're proposing that we threaten a human being? You intend to take the sword, which was given to us to slay raptures, and wield it against a human? How can thee, as a NIKKE, utter such profane words? Yes, that's exactly what I'm proposing. Because if we don't, we're going to die out here. But did you get a glimpse of the mission briefing? I saw. We're to recapture the 5th Arms Depot. It's a suicide mission, far more difficult than anything we've done previously. And that's with our ranks nearly cut in half. Not only that, but we're supposed to roll out at first dawn tomorrow. We're not even close to being prepared for such an operation. If we head out in our current state, We all are likely to be exterminated. Be that as it may, how can we stoop so low as to threaten a human? Is that even possible in the first place? There must be some way we can get it to work. Do not speak of it so casually as if it were a lark. Is that how you see it? This is no joking matter to me. I'm quite serious. Rose. I've already run it by the others. 2 agreed to it, and 2 opposed. If you oppose, it'll be a split down the middle. So everyone has already made up their minds? Yes, and now it's up to you to do the same. What do you want to do? I presume you oppose. Yes, I oppose. So you're suggesting that we accept the suicide mission, which will surely ruin us? Since when were we so afraid of death? We have always put our lives on the line when out in the field. And we've been through hell and back. Yes, we may not be Grimm's models. Yes, we may only be mass-produced NIKKEs. But we still have our pride. Pride in our role of protecting humanity. That is what has kept us going in all those hellacious firefights until now. That is why everyone in our squad is willing to give their lives to the cause and fight until the bitter end, even when death stares us in the face. So are you to tell me now that when we're faced with yet another mission that threatens our lives, that we are to shrink back, throw up our hands, and give up? If we give up now, what of our fallen comrades? What were their deaths for? Did they die for nothing? Scarlet, let us humor your harebrained scheme. Say we strong-arm the lieutenant and get the supplies we need. What then? We would be considered traitors to the united forces of humanity. Nowhere would be safe. We would forever be on the run. Is that what you really want? Haven't you always said that? Nothing lasts forever in this world. Does that not apply to our lives? To our time on this planet? I am not obsessed with how I die. I would rather decide on how I live, rather than be a traitor and forever be a fugitive. I would prefer to die fighting, even if it doesn't seem logical or self-preserving. I am a NIKKE. How we live is more important than how we die. So, you'd prefer to fight until the very end? Do you think you'll always feel that way? I will certainly try. Even if you're faced with great hardship. Yes, even then. You've grown. I still remember when you were too scared to take that leap towards the Raptures. 'Twas a long time ago. Our first mission. My, what a long way you've come. What are you talking about? Rose? Very well. Since you're so vehemently opposed, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. Since the mission is tomorrow, I guess we'll do it. Good thinking, dear sister. After this mission is over, we can speak about this further. Thank you. Don't mention it. I'll take care of convincing the others. You focus on preparing for tomorrow's deployment. Okay. Rose turns and leaves. Damn, dude, that was friggin' heavy. Again, shows a lot of backstory for the characters. Scarlet cracks open a small window. The cold winter breeze pushes its way through the room. Only 2 more days until the new year. Then the alcohol, which has been stored safely for months, can finally be imbibed. Scarlet still could not fathom why someone would willingly ingest such a bitter tonic. But the notion of sharing another drink with her sister, thinking of how she could spend more time with the others. The idea that would bring a modicum of comfort to her squad mates, who were at their breaking point. 2 more days. Just 2 more days. Scarlet closes the window and attempts to force herself to sleep. Scarlet, don't do it. Rose? Who is it? Wake up! Roses! Ah! When Scarlet steps out into the hallway, everything is in chaos. Scarlet. One of the NIKKEs lies on the ground in a puddle of her own blood. Next to her stand 2 other NIKKEs who stare at Scarlet blankly. What have you done? All 3 of the NIKKEs were her squad mates. What's happening? The NIKKE in the pool of blood grasps Scarlet's ankle. You have to stop Rose. She went to kill the lieutenant. What? Hurry! Very well. The 2 NIKKEs brandish their swords at Scarlet. Both of you, move! Both sword tips remain pointed squarely at Scarlet, not budging. If you refuse to comply, then I'll be forced to cut you down. Scarlet draws her sword. Stuff's about to go ham! A few hours prior, Rose saunters towards the commander's room, recalling the conversation she had with him only moments ago. Well, you're the one who asked me to stay behind, so out with it. If you feel uncomfortable, you don't have to say it. How much time do you think you all have left? What? How many of you do you expect to come back from this mission? And here I thought you had no interest in us. Yet here you are, asking me such a question. Quit kidding around and give me a straight answer. How many of you do you think are realistically going to come back alive from this? Like I already told you, the situation could hardly get any worse. There are only 6 of us left, and half of us are at the end of our tether. On top of that, this mission is infinitely more difficult compared to those we've done before. You're right. Having said that, we're not just going to roll over and die. We will do whatever it takes to survive. You think all of you can make it? I can't guarantee anything, but if we put our minds to it, we can. All of you, huh? Lieutenant? All of you? Lieutenant, are you alright? All of you. I knew you would say that. Let me tell you something. In the end, only one of you will survive. Yet here you are, bloviating about how you'll all do your best. Only one? Only one of us is going to make it? Who? Is it me? You just said we'll all die, didn't you? Don't tell me that's why we aren't receiving the supplies. Lieutenant. Okay. Yes, damn it. Everyone's gonna die. That's why we've been left hanging high and dry. Got it? It doesn't matter how much you succeed in your assignments. They refused to lend us any further support until just one of you was left. But why? Is it because we're mass-produced models? Don't make me laugh. If anything, it would have been preferable if you were ordinary mass-produced NIKKEs. But you're not. You're melee NIKKEs. You're all merely prototypes, but you tried to be like the others, and that's why it's come to this. But we achieved results. You said if we kept it up, we could have... We could be... I'm seriously getting upset. We could become an officially sanctioned squad. Results, yes. Good results? Not so much. You all sustain damage every single time you go into battle. And lest we forget the inordinately high rate of mind switch amongst you all. You yourself said that your mental state deteriorates faster because you're seeing the raptures up close. How could a unit that requires so much hands-on maintenance possibly be mass-produced? They'd much rather invest in producing a new type of unit altogether. Because we require more maintenance? A special unit? You're waiting until there's just one of us left, and then turn us into a Grimm's model? Yes, that's right. Whoever remains will be converted into a Grimm's model. That's why we only need one of you. So that's why the missions have been getting harder. It's to filter out the weak and select the strongest among us. You catch on quickly. We're not doing this mission. What? I said we won't do it. I refuse to go along with this insane plan of yours. What the hell is this? What do you think you're doing? We have a right to refuse. The hell you do? A mass-produced NIKKE turning down a standing order? They'll think you all suffered a mind switch. If you want to all be sent to the scrap heap, then be my guest. Refuse the mission. It won't matter in the end. We've accrued enough data to be able to choose the strongest among you. We can still pare it down to just one candidate. Don't try and get smart with me. You're the strongest of everyone here, so you'll be the one who survives. Just follow your orders and you'll make it out of this alive. Why are you trying to save everyone? Is it because of your sister? In times like this, family doesn't mean squat. You're NIKKEs. You no longer share the same blood, and yet you insist on calling her your sister. It's a jungle out there, and if everyone in it is competition. I don't know what this is. I'm seriously getting mad though. Enough of this. What did I ever do to deserve this? I was told that if I became your commander, I'd be set for life. I could live peacefully, they said. So why do you continue to drag me out here and make me live on a battlefield? You listen and listen good. If you want to survive, everyone else has to die. This is what your squad was created for in the first place. This is the way things have to end. So stop saying that everyone will live. This is the only way I can get out of this hellhole. Don't you want to be done with this place too? You want supplies? You want to eat good food and rest? Well then, let's get this over with and go back. It'll be good for us both. Not just us, in fact. If they're destined to die anyway, you could give them a painless death. End their suffering. Spared, thoughts swirl through Rose's mind. And my own. This guy is a piece of shit. Would the sole survivor really live on? The company never intended for their squad to last from the very beginning. Even if there was one lone survivor. What would prevent them from turning them into lab rat? Sucking out their essence and planting it in their other bodies. There was no way to completely restore a body and mind damaged by countless battles. The higher-ups almost certainly wanted to extrapolate their proficiencies and experiences and transfer them to a more proper subject. In the end, even the lone survivor would be rendered asunder, eradicated, and left as a mere compilation of ones and zeros. The more their squad succeeded, the more they played into the enemy's hand. They were meant to suffer until they expired. That was the fate which had been accorded to them. Yes, right. Nothing lasts forever. Rose continued to ruminate. If their succeeding would lead to their downfall, then failure was naturally the only viable path to survival. If she wanted to defy the expectations that had been placed upon them, then she had to aim for failure in its most absolute form. I'm glad you're coming around. At least you and I are going to make it out of here. Rose's mind continues to swirl with a panoply of thoughts. Then, she makes a decision. She knows what to protect and what to discard. Rose stands in front of the door. Lieutenant, it's Rose. Do you have a moment? I have something important I need to discuss with you. Scarlet sprints through the hallways. Despite the fact that she is a NIKKE, and there is no conceivable way she would be out of breath, she nevertheless feels strangely winded as she runs. An oppressive feeling of unease rises in her chest and then presses down, crushing her. If Rose crossed the line, from which there is no coming back, what would she do? Please, Rose, don't. By the time she arrived at the commander's room, Rose was standing there, alone. The walls and the ceiling were torn apart and stained crimson. There you are, drenched in human blood. Don't blame her! I don't blame her! Scarlet looks around in horror at their commanding officer lying dead on the ground, and the lifeless body of their squad mate. Did you do this? Came sooner than I thought you would. I thought they'd at least be able to hold you back for a while longer. Answer me. Yes, I did it. Both the lieutenant and her. How? Are you going through a mind switch? Rose holds up a red strip of cloth in one hand. I've covered my eyes with this. When I did the deed, I simply imagined that they were raptures. As you can see, it proved effective. Is that even possible? Apparently so. Interesting, isn't it? Our inhibitors prevent us from harming humans. So I wanted to test if I tricked myself into believing they weren't human, if I could do it. Turns out it worked. Thanks to this red cloth. Holy shit, it's just hitting me! Holy shit! So is it literally all red cloth? Or am I just drawing conclusions that are like a reach? Because I feel like it's probably not much of a reach, but the symbolism's there. When I was looking through it, I imagined that what I was looking at was a glowing red core of rapture. I just kept telling myself anything that moved was a rapture. I must say, I'm surprised at how effective it was. Why? As for her, Rose looked down at her fallen squad mate with sadness. I told her not to move, but she didn't listen. I told her I couldn't see well with my eyes covered like that. I didn't mean to go after anyone but the lieutenant. Why, damn you? are you doing this? You agreed to the mission. You said you would listen to me. Yes, I did. So what is happening? No flower blooms in perpetuity. Nothing lasts forever in this world. Do you think you'll always feel that way? I will certainly try. Even if you're faced with great hardship? Yes, even then. I never convinced you in the first place. You don't resent me for this, do you? Then prove it. You said that you would protect humanity, and that you'd always feel the way you did. Here I am, a traitor who has betrayed humanity. With this very sword intended to fell raptors. I cut down one of my comrades. I killed a human. I'm the enemy. Are you asking me to kill you? What if I can't do it? Then you leave me no choice. I won't give up until you finish this. I can't stop now. I will cover my eyes and slash indiscriminately. All will perish under my blade, rapture and human alike. If that is the only way to ensure that your blade will come from my neck, then so be it. She is literally manipulating Scarlet to cut her down because she knows that the last one standing is going to be the one that goes on to become a Grimm's model. So, in provoking her sister to kill her, to take her own life, she is trying to save her. Every single one of the stories in this game is tragic. When are we ever going to get a happy ending? How can you be so cruel? Have you no remorse? More than I can bear. Surely you can understand, however. I decided this a long time ago, the end of my life. I wanted it ended in sparring matches with you. Before Scarlet stood a NIKKE who had murdered a human being, who had slaughtered one of their own squad members, turned her back on humanity. Such cruelty could not go unpunished. It's not like she really turned her back on humanity before humanity turned their back on them, though, right? Scarlet, was it? Barely. However... Did my sister always talk like she came from the Middle Ages? Steady thy tongue. Tongue. 'Tis most churlish to say such things about a newborn NIKKE. Just can't imagine my sister being like this. Are you sure becoming a NIKKE didn't change you or anything? I do not know. Or maybe you developed a certain fascination with different time periods during the transformation process? I repeat, I do not know. Really? You don't know anything? Not even who I am? No, I do remember you. You are my sister. Scarlet unsheaths her sword. Promise me one thing. Once I begin, I will not hesitate. So please, I ask of you, do not hold back. I won't. Rose flashes a buoyant grin. Just like on the day they met again after becoming NIKKEs. Rose and Scarlet square up to each other, their swords at the ready. Have at you. Come then. Should have said bring it. Just saying, man. Shit, dude. The sister swords clash. 985. That is the number of sparring matches they had gone through. Each knew the other's sword as well as their own. Each knew how serious the other was in this duel to the death. They knew all too well. Now I really have to be on my toes. Didn't I tell you? One day, I would wipe that smug grin off your face. Scarlet parries Rose's sword and sends it flying upward. As her blade soars up, there's a momentary gap in her defense. Scarlet's sword plunges toward Rose's torso. One step, one more step, and the tip of her blade would pierce through Rose's torso and puncture her core. This traitor of humanity. This turncoat who had betrayed and forsaken her comrades. Who had used lies and smiles to deceive her only sister. Oh, my dear sister. Rose grabs the tip of Scarlet's sword and pulls it towards her. Scarlet's sword plunges through Rose's core. No! Scarlet embraces Rose as she collapses. Rose! Scarlet, you must become stronger. Rose wraps her arms around Scarlet. Don't let yourself be controlled by anyone. I won't. My dear sister, I'm so sorry. I have to leave you all alone. No. No. No! Scarlet cradles Rose in her arms. Don't go. Please. Only after much more time had passed did the united forces of humanity become aware of our situation. By then, the situation had gone from bad to worse. And when they first came upon us, they thought the mission had been a catastrophic failure, resulting in everyone's death. The higher-ups decided to chalk everything up to what they deemed an internal conflict. They also decided to bury the fact that a NIKKE was capable of killing a human. What happened to the other squad members? They all died. They died by the sword. The very same blades that had been intended to end the lives of raptors instead ended theirs. A thorough investigation was carried out, and when they left, they took everything they needed. But not me. I was left behind. As I held my sister's sword, fleetly fading, I buried what fragments of her remained, along with those of our fallen comrades. Scarlet drinks from her cup. As for the reason why Rose did what she did, I only found that out after I joined another squad later on. What she had decided to discard, and what to protect. And you don't have any resentment? Towards who? Anyone. Well, Scarlet pours a drink. If you give it enough years, sadness, resentment, they all fade away with the passage of time. That's one thing Rose got right. Nothing lasts forever. My lord doth seem more morose than myself. Don't be like that, and look before you. The sun is rising. As I look towards the horizon, a ruby light is beginning to spread in the distance. The horizon is bathed in a vermilion hue, the sun itself a vibrant red, reminding us of the passing of another year. 'Tis most remarkable, the way in which the red light spreads. 'Tis most reminiscent of a flower blooming. Indeed. My lord, as Rose said, nothing lasts forever in this world. As this year passes into the next, another greets us. Time flows ceaselessly, and the vicissitudes of the world continue unabated. So rather than drowning in the sorrows of the past, should we not instead live in the present? That way, sorrow will not overtake us with the passage of time, and the present incessantly becomes the past. I understand what you mean. Good. Now, with that being said, let us bring in the new year with a drink. Scarlet raises her glass. To our lives continuing to be in bloom. We clink our glasses. Ah. Well, what do you think of your first drink on the new year? It's a bit bitter. In other words, it's like life. God damn, dude! Holy shit, man! What a phenomenal quest! I know that there's definitely an epilogue scene, which I'm going to play following this right now, but I just have to give my thoughts currently after finishing that. It started off a little silly, not gonna lie, with the whole, jealousy thing going on with the introduction of, like, the concert that's going on during New Year's that Noise is hosting or performing at, and, that was very much needed backstory for Scarlet, and it explains a lot about how she is at this point in the story as well. Again, the story writing in this game is unparalleled. Look past what you may see initially when you think of NIKKE. If you guys have watched this far, it's much more than what it is at face value. There is some top-notch writing in this game, and the moments are very heartfelt, very real, very visceral, tragic. Again, it is beautiful. And I couldn't have picked a better story for Scarlet, and again to once again show the player that maybe humanity and everything that's going on with the Ark isn't really a great thing. Maybe there's a lot more of a dark atmosphere, a dark motive, a very selfish motive going on behind the scenes. And I think that's integral to the story, the main story of the game, because of just how different the commander, us, as the player, are towards the NIKKEs. Very, very highly recommended for you, as the players, potential players, to go and experience the story of Goddess of Victory NIKKE and try to learn all you can about it. Because, once again, this game is something else, man. But, without further ado, let's dive into the epilogue scene, and then immediately followed afterwards, I'm gonna pull for Scarlet Black Shadow. So, without further ado, here we go. Alright, it's time to check out the epilogue, the bonus scene, see what's happening here. I got a feeling it could be a little bit comedic, possibly, if we go the route of, like, all the NIKKEs finally catching up to the commander, possibly, or it could go more of like a serious route if it's going to be referring to Scarlet and Rose. But without further ado, let's check it out. It finally happened. The seed that I planted has sprouted. Wow. 'Tis most surprising that you can flourish in the cold. Even on such a frigid day, the vitality of this plant remained unabated. I admire that. May you never with and continue to thrive. This year, I brought in the new year with someone else. I was finally able to uncork the wine that I had never been able to open before. That wine that we had promised to drink together all those years ago. Are these Scarlet's thoughts? Scarlet raises her empty glass. Perhaps due to the fact that had aged for nearly a century, it was rather bitter. Again, throwback. And that was despite my newfound affinity for drinking. It brought me back to when I drank for the first time with you, Rose. If I had been drinking alone, I would have never picked up the habit because it was so bitter. But thanks to having him there, I continued to force it down. My lord, he is truly a remarkable individual. It's almost hard to believe that someone so perfect could live in such an imperfect time. Thinking of my lord, I want to see him again. I should take some of the fine wine and go see him sometime soon. In the afternoon, I went to train outside. So she's reflecting on New Year's. Damn, man, I'm really liking this. Then, a rose. I saw the flower that you found so endearing. Despite my years of searching, I had never found it. Yet here it is. Here, of all places. This morning, I saw those buds coming up from the ground. Even in this frigid climate, they are flourishing. Seeing that rose made me miss you more than ever. Oh, man. Bitter! It's bittersweet! Jeez, dude. Scarlet sits down on a nearby rock. Oh, come to think of it, I have put fleetly fading to good use. Scarlet unsheathes fleetly fading. My original sword was taken to the base along with your body. In order to survive on the surface, I had no choice but to use your sword. At first, I thought I would not be able to use it for long, since the blade was cracked. But I met a skilled blacksmith who was able to temper the blade, using your core. Snow White, possibly? You always said that nothing lasts forever. But even after all this time has passed, whenever I see this sword, I think of you. So long as I never let you fade from my memory. Should we ever meet again, I will be able to call you my sister. Should that moment come to pass, Scarlet places the 2 empty glasses on the ground and fills them up. I wonder, will you still call me your sister? Man. What a great character. Come on, man. Dude, the transition, though. Scarlet is the best. What a fantastic scene to just end everything, right? She's slashing the demons of her past. One fell swoop. The transition from the past to the present. Just beautifully animated. Very much appreciated. Totally surprising. Was not expecting to get any sort of animated scene. Love it. Just as the moon sets time and time again, and the sun also rises. Although there may be no perennial flower that blooms eternal, this life of mine is still flourishing in all its majesty. As to whether it is a blessing or a curse to bloom while forgetting the past, as long as I'm here, I suppose I have to go on. Isn't that right? My dear sister. God damn, man! Shit! It's hitting me right in the damn feels. Ah, jeez, dude. Beautifully written. Perfect way to end it. Couldn't ask for any better. I was kind of expecting maybe a little bit of like a quirky ending, but they definitely went the serious route, and I am all for it. That was beautiful. And again, the writing perfectly fit the scene. I really hope that we get to see Rose or some iteration of Rose in the future, because if anything, this has really made me want to see her make an appearance again in the future story or some capacity, possibly a playable character. That'd be sick. But again, it just really solidifies that appreciation for a character like Scarlet, and again, it just makes her so much more worth it to me. That was beautiful. I absolutely love this event. But anyways, we are going to continue on to my gotcha pulls, my recruitments. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, that's coming up right now. Alright, and we are back, and it looks like there are a couple more updates here in the notices. As you guys can see, our new character, Scarlet Black Shadow, is finally available. We also have the rerun for Modernia, if you guys are interested in that. We have Step Up Recruitment, in which you can actually go ahead and specify a select SSR unit that you may want to add to your pool, somebody that you may not already have right now, so be very careful if you guys are going to be taking advantage of this Step Up Recruitment, which I will also be doing because I missed out on Tia, and that's one of the schoolgirls that I actually need to recruit, so she's going to be the next one for me. We also have our gotcha costume for Noise, and also a brand new event pass, the Sunrise Pass, for a brand new costume for Leader again. Lots and lots of new stuff to take advantage of, but as promised, I said that I would try to recruit Scarlet Black Shadow, so let's go into the recruitment real quick. Check out this absolutely stunning burst animation. Good lord, dude. The music in the background too, I love how it changed. We're gonna try to get Scarlet. As you guys can tell, I have very limited resources right now, but I just got a feeling she's gonna come home real quickly. So we're gonna start it off. We'll do a simple 10 pull, and hope and pray and keep our fingers crossed for Scarlet Black Shadow. Let's go. First 10 pull. Oh man, it is getting serious. Oh baby, she's coming home. I can feel it already. First 10 pull, guaranteed. 100% Scarlet Black Shadow. Making me wait till the very end of the pull, really? Really?
What are your orders?
I know it's you. It has to be you.
I'm Neon. Nice to meet you.
Pilgrim? It's just that easy. It is just that easy. One single 10 pull. That's it. Now, I will obviously be trying to get more copies so that way I can up her core count, and I'll more than likely end up spending my gold mileage tickets because I do have access to quite a few of those. But damn, dude, 110 pull. hopefully that luck goes around to all of you guys that are watching as well. But damn, dude, she looks absolutely incredible. I can't wait to completely kit her out, and then also just really use her in combat alongside my other Scarlet. Because what's better than one Scarlet? Two Scarlets. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, dude, man, she looks so sick. So damn sick.
With me at any time.
And that pose animation too, right? Good lord. 110 pull! Awesome. Okay, let's go check out the step up recruitment because I want to see how that works. Obviously, again, we do have Moderna. If you guys missed out on her and you guys want her, she's available. Also, a fantastic unit. Just gonna put that out there. Okay, so we can't claim mileage. Is that what this is saying? So we have to do 4 recruitments, right? By the look of things here, and it seems like we can't use even recruit vouchers for this. That's interesting. Let's just check it out anyways. Do I have to select a unit, or is it... Okay, New Year SSR selection box will be given after step 4. Okay, so you have to do a minimum of the 4 steps in order to get your SSR of your choice. Okay, that seems pretty simple. It's fair. I don't have enough gems right now, but I mean, I will have them. We'll just start it off and see if we get anything, right? I'm not really expecting a whole lot out of here. Draw number 2. Okay, so immediately just jumps you into the second draw. That's perfect. Again, probably not really expecting anything, but... Nothing. And actually is a 10 pull too. Okay, so that's pretty sick. Third draw. Possibly a good unit. Maybe. Maybe. Ow! Ow! But how many though? Okay, just one. Just one. Who is it gonna be? Probably gonna be somebody that I'm not really a huge fan of. And I swear, if this gives me another copy of the SSR that I got like literally yesterday, Sakura, I'm gonna be gutted. Not that I don't think she's a useful unit, it's just like I just don't need another core for her. Elysian? Polly, I'll take it. I'll take it. That is not a bad SSR to have. I will take it. Not mad about that. Okay, so obviously I just have my last one, which is literally going to be another 200 gems, which I will cut to right now. Okay, last 10 full. Surely not going to have another SSR, right? Okay, no fake out, no SSR in this 10 full, but I guess in a sense. Anyways, we've got our SSR selection box for New Year's. Let's go and use it. Because I need Tia. I just want to see which NIKKEs are actually going to be available within this SSR box. So let's take a look. See, let's just see how this goes. So pretty much everybody from Elysian is here. Obviously not the limited time characters like the summer event characters. We'll say that much. So the one that I'm looking for, obviously I have a couple that are missing here, right? It's nice that they put them all down at the bottom of the list, though, I'll say that much. So I need Tia to complete my schoolgirl set, and I will eventually end up getting the rest of these as well, but currently, those are the ones that I'm missing. Nice to see that the selection is pretty much all contained within the screen. There's no pilgrims, is another thing that I've noticed. Which would make sense considering the fact that they're supposed to be like the rare faction. But let's go, let's recruit our Tia, add her to our roster. Now I finally have the duo, which I initially skipped out on, unfortunately, but can't complain. There she is, Tia, in all of her gloriousness. Finally completed the set. Okay, one other thing that I did do while I was gone for my swift little break there is I accepted both of the passes, the event pass and the current ongoing mission pass, but I also went and pre-purchased a couple things for the costume gacha. So I already did the first free spin, hoping that Noise somehow comes home very quickly with this costume gacha this time around, because in the past I've had some pretty bad luck. Like, quite literally going to pity on both costume gachas that I did get so far, so
offering
Hopefully
right
it's a little bit better this time around. Please. Please. That's one. Draw number 2. As you guys can see, they only cost 1 ticket right now, right?
Come and make a fortune.
I'm not that optimistic about this, I'm not gonna lie. 4 tickets down the drain. I believe you can't get them until, like, possibly the 5th? I feel like it's the 5th draw, maybe, before you can actually get the outfit. So that's our 3rd draw, right? Now we're going, this is gonna be, what, 8 tickets deep? 8 tickets deep. I believe that gold icon is actually the outfit. What a tease! Ah, man. Okay, surely it has to happen now, right? Surely I can't get completely messed over on this costume gacha.
Come and make a fortune.
Come on, man! This is the last one I'm doing. That's all I'm saying. This is the last one I'm doing, so hopefully it's the outfit. I'm not spending any more than this. Fingers crossed. Let's do it. And it's not it.
Hope you get a lot
Shit!
of mileage out of it.
Oh well, it is what it is. Better luck next time, I guess. I'm probably gonna get it anyways. But anyways, that is pretty much covering pretty much everything that's available right now. I do have to do one other thing, which I'm going to edit in before this, and that's just the epilogue for the currently ongoing New Year's event. But let's take a look real quick at the outfits that are going to be along with the pass. So we have this outfit, which is called Cute Sunflower for Leader.
What I wear, it won't tarnish Mighty Tool's
Or Litter, however you guys want to pronounce it. I think it looks really damn nice. If anything, this is probably the best outfit that she has currently, in my opinion. So glad that I'm gonna end up getting this one. I dig it. I think it looks great on her. It's better than the summer one, which I wasn't a huge fan of, which is why I never got it. And then there was one other outfit I believe she had that I wasn't overly fond of. I feel like she has a lot of outfits, right? There's definitely some other NIKKEs that definitely need their time in the spotlight. And then we also have our new outfit for Guillotine, which is looking really damn dapper in my opinion. I dig it. I really like it. I like the design of her rifle and everything too, so not mad about that one. Anyways, that is pretty much going to do it for the video. So, thank you guys very much for watching. If you have up to this point, really appreciate it. If you guys are interested in Goddess of Victory NIKKE, now is the time to download the game, try it out, and go in and reap all the rewards that are currently available. It is absolutely spectacular. There's no better time than now. And if you guys are interested in any more Goddess of Victory NIKKE content over here, you will find it on this channel, so please be sure to subscribe if you guys want to see any more of that. Also, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and also please consider, again, subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it, as always. And that is going to do for me, so I will see you all for the next one. Take care. Peace!